right, got that on. While everybody comes on, put a little bit of music on.
You Alpha and Omega. Thank you for your presence. We worship you, our Lord.
You all right, Juan?
Somebody throw your hands up.
Good evening there, Mother dear. Blessings to you there, Mother dear. Love you so much.
We give you all.
What's going on, Brother Steve, big bro? Blessings to you. Trying to let the troops assemble.
Lord, you are
as you all are coming on. Bless you, bless you, bless you to all who are coming on.
I need every worshiper to open their mouth and tell
bless you,
we
bless you.
Give you, come on, all the glory. We worship you, our Lord.
Where we at? 801. What's going on, Leandrea? Blessings to you.
You alone, oh God, to be praised.
So far, you're the only one holding down YouTube tonight. Good afternoon there, Auntie.
Come on, y'all. We're standing in the glory. We're standing in the presence of God.
Yes, I had a good day today. Very good day today. I pray that you did as well.
We serve and the God before you. Heaven and without you. What a mighty, mighty,
nah.
What a mighty God.
I hope not, Lee, because I used a live version instead of the actual album version, so that way it won't trigger anything. But I'm getting ready to turn it off anyway, because I don't want no smoke. But I usually play it while I'm letting people assemble. And that's what I'm talking about, Auntie. Continue to have great days. Yeah. Good evening there, Daff. Hey, Lee, I think it's just like certain ones you play, like if it's off the actual CD and stuff like that, it'll trigger YouTube and Facebook. So I'm going to try to use live versions where they doing it at churches and stuff like that. That way, it's not necessarily you, I guess, in a sense, pirating their material. Even though I ain't trying to, take their material, nothing like that. It's just for educational purposes. But good evening, everybody. Let's go ahead and get on in. Good evening. Man, as you come on in, send some hearts up. Hearts are our way of just establishing, in the room that we are grateful, we are thankful to God for another 7 days that he has kept us. And hearts symbolize that. Okay, Auntie, you over there with us? That's what's up. That's we just want to let God know we appreciate him. That he didn't have to do it, but he did. And praise is always a great thing, because if you ever really, really just be honest and think of all the stuff you have done or all the stuff that you should have done that you didn't do, and God still saw fit to bless you, to keep you, to clothe you, to, keep you in your right minds. Man, you got to give it up. You got to give it up to him. So we give God praise. So hearts are us establishing in the room that we are appreciative. But then also hearts are our way of, just trying to make the room comfortable. You know, I mean, that this is a love atmosphere. You know, that we come under the umbrella of love. Some topics may sometimes, hit. The intention is to hit, but not to hit just to hit. But the intention is to hit, hoping and praying that it's the right hit, so that we all can be better because of the hit. And that's kind of on the lines where I'm going to hang my hat at tonight. So I give God praise for another 7 days. Phone a neighbor, text a friend, let them know that Pastor Marshall is on again. You can share if you want. If you feel like Moment on Monday is a blessing, then you can share so that others can share in on the blessing as well. Still trying to build up my YouTube. I pray that all of you would subscribe and share, hit that bell notification so that way you know that when I am on. I want to build my numbers up so that possibly one day I can go live on just my handheld version. I don't have to just be stationary in front of a computer. But anyway, we give God praise. Someone said a long time ago, any way you bless me, Lord, I'll be satisfied. And I've grown to be satisfied with this platform that God has given me, because he didn't have to do it, but he did. And I am grateful. By show of hands, there's a hands emoji, that hands up. How many had a good day today? Come on, if you had a good day today, come on. Let us see. Put those hands up. Let's just start right there. Had a good day. Come on. Let me see what's in the room. Let me get a feel for the room. You got to create contact on Facebook to drive them here. Content. Okay. Got you, Lee. That's good there. That's good. Yeah, I may have to do a few things just on this particular platform so that I can drive some activity over here. All right, Daph. All right, Lee. Look like y'all had a good day. So I guess I'm going to assume that all the others didn't have such a good day, because I only see those hands right now. So for those that didn't have a good day, okay, there we go, Mother dear. All righty. We give God praise that, whatever however your day has been, God is still good and God is still a keeper. And so we give God praise for that. All right, y'all, let's get in. Tonight, my man, appreciate that, Jerry, Kent Street, Jerry, Westport. But let's get in. Tonight, I labeled this tie a knot. Ivory, what's going on, Ivory? Reverend Bruce, blessings to you, Reverend Bruce. I labeled this tie a knot, and it's a play off of a well-known story, where there's a story about a person who was going through so much, and just going through so much, and then this person ends up running through the woods, and it's dark and things going on, and the person ends up falling over the side of a cliff. The person, as it's falling, sees a rope and grabs onto the rope. The person is holding the rope for a long time, to the point that the person is feeling exhausted. So the person is is hollering and trying to get someone's attention. And someone says, you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on. We're gonna get to you. Said, I just feel my grip. I just feel me letting go. I feel like giving up. My strength is leaving. And the person said, do me a favor. Tie a knot in the end of the rope and hold on. And so that's I want to kind of do a play off of that tonight. That, we're in a culture today that, most of us, if not all of us, we are dealing with some serious stuff. I mean, all of us are dealing with this COVID thing and certain ways. Most of us have felt the sting of COVID, where it has taken loved ones, or our loved ones have gotten it, and thanks be to God they got through it. But in this day and time, there's a lot going on. We got violence in our neighborhoods, disrespect in our homes. We have colorism and classism. We have sexism. We have homophobia. We have so much going on today. And one of the things that I see on an everyday basis, I see people, unfortunately, getting weaker and weaker. I'm one of those people that, I appreciate where we come from. If anybody know me, they know I champion Westport. And I champion Westport because Westport naturally is where I grew up. But also Westport, I got to see Westport at a time where, it was a neighborhood. It wasn't just a area of town. It was a neighborhood. It was a place where if I was hungry, I could go to different houses and eat. Right as I was born, I understand that, my mother, while waiting for us to get our own house, we stayed in a couple other houses, and what's crazy, these houses are not big, humongous houses. Thank you. Appreciate that, sis. These houses are not big, humongous houses, but these houses housed sometimes families that carried, 8 people, 10 people, various numbers. And sometimes it was, what's up, Mike? And it was only like 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, stuff like that. But it offered shelter. It offered community. It offered neighborhood. And I got to see, though, one of the things I got to see, that even though it was considered low income neighborhood, when I was growing up, it never felt that way. It never felt that way. Even though we would joke people and we knew people who was getting food stamps and stuff like that, it was a joke, but it wasn't like you really understood what that really meant. Like, this is because someone's income is low. You just figured that, yeah, right now they was just getting food stamps. But there was a certain pride about life where people were embarrassed to get food stamps because they wanted to make their own way. They wanted to, be independent, be strong, things of that nature. And these are the types of things that they ended up pouring into their children. I remember clearly when I was growing up, I think I got around 17 or 18. I wanted to, fill out an application at the job that my mother was working at. And my mother was like, over my dead body. I didn't raise you to repeat what I've been doing. I raised you to be better. I raised you to be higher. And so you're not working over here. You gonna finish school, you're gonna get you a better job, things of that nature. You know, back then there was this thought that every realm was supposed to go higher and higher. And for some reason today, it just doesn't seem like that's the same thought pattern, that every round goes higher and higher. Today, it seems like we have almost uh, a contract with complacency. We have a contract with average, underachieving. It's like we celebrate stuff that really we shouldn't be proud of. And but in the midst of all of that, what really hurts, what really people don't see when they dumb down certain things, when they remove the standards and remove that line of achievement, what people don't understand is we have been suffering mentally, emotionally. Many of our children do not have the emotional makeup that many of us have. Many of us, we grew up, you could pretty much joke us about anything. I've heard so many jokes about the gap in my teeth. I have a big head, so I heard so many jokes about big head. When I was coming up, I was skinny. So you get joked about being skinny. You get joked about being tall. You get joked about being short. You get joked about different things. Now, today, they don't have the flexibility to understand that this is just jokes or things of that nature. A lot of stuff now is looked at as bullying and fat shaming and different other terminology that they give it today. Back in the day, we understood that, you had to do something to get something. Today, many people will want something without doing anything. I see a lot of children today who are rewarded for nothing. They can go out and be disrespectful, but yet and still, they're going to still have $200 Jordans, PlayStation 5, different other things that come along with life. They can drop out of high school. They can do whatever. And it's like it's no big problem. I'm still going to support. I'm still going to support mediocrity. And we have to, at some point, understand that some of us, we're the culprits who are handicapping our future. See, you have to understand that excellence is not given. Excellence is something that you have to work towards. I remember they used to say practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And there's so many people today who don't understand that whatever you practice, you're going to be perfect at, even if it's nothing. And there's so many people who are practicing nothing and then mad as hell because they're receiving nothing. So now they feel like you should give them something or that you owe them something when they have the same 24 hours that you have. They have sometimes the same health and strength, or sometimes better health and strength, and still choose to do nothing with it. But yet and still, when it comes time for different things, these are the people who feel like your hard work is your hard work, but your reward is mine. God Almighty. Can I holler at somebody tonight? We are creating a culture of people who can sit and see you work hard and feel nothing about it. But when it comes time for your reward, they'll either hate on it or they expect you to share it. They don't expect to share in working towards your reward, but they damn sure expect to share in it when the reward comes. And we have to stop allowing people, because they are emotionally unstable, emotionally weak, mentally unstable, mentally weak, to bleed us, especially if I'm out here working hard for it. I feel as though you should have to work hard for it. That may not sit well with some people, but that's just where I am. The Bible says if a man don't work, that man shouldn't eat. That's what the Bible says. I'm amazed at sometimes what people will make excuses for. You can hear grown people make excuses for grown people who just don't want to do the work. Now, I'm not talking about people who legitimately have illnesses and legitimately have problems. Come on. We know that those people are out of the equation. They're gonna need help. Hey, Lee, go ahead with that. But I'm talking about people who are perfectly able to get out and do something, who sit around and wait and expect for parents, friends, spouses, and girlfriends and boyfriends to come and basically, like you see the birds, they go out and do whatever they got to do, bring the food, and then they drop it in their little babies' mouths. That's kind of how it goes. And then we support it. When they whine, we whine. Or we make excuses for the whine. No, because, I wasn't going, beat my child. I remember when, my mother used to beat me and this, that, and the other. And sometimes you have to look at people when they go that route, because in a lot of cases, that helped to shape you and get you where you're. Now, I'm not talking about abuse. Again, let's just stay focused. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about correction. And, sometimes, that's going to be relative to situations, because, some people feel as though, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on, period. Some people feel as though, okay, a little paddling here or little this, that, and the other. I'm from that generation. My mother looked around and whatever was there was time enough for me to get that. And guess what? I'm appreciative for every one of them, because every one of them kept me from giving up and giving in to a life that I wasn't created to live. A lot of people give you the impression like they were created to underachieve. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Where is it that God created you to underachieve? Underachieving is a choice. The devil is a liar. Underachieving is a choice. The same way I had a choice to fight through selling drugs, violent community, peer pressure, finishing school, bad neighborhood. The same way I had to fight through all of that, I feel as though the same way someone else had to fight through that as well. Nobody took it easy on me. Nobody just came knocking on my door, just giving me things. And thanks be to God they didn't, because then I wouldn't appreciate where I am today. That's why, for the most part, I could care less about what someone says about me, because they don't know my story. They don't know what I had to fight through to get here. And so some people, I encourage you to, yes, you holding on, you fighting uphill, but tie a knot in that rope and hold on. Stop feeling like everything is a reason to give up. The devil is a liar, man. Everything is not a reason to give up. Some things is happening because these things is what's going to make you stronger. I remember when I went out for football when I was young, and one of the things that they told us is that at some point you're going to have to hit that weight room. I was like, what I need the weight room for? I want to play football. I ain't trying to be a bodybuilder. I want to play football. The coach said to me, he said, Arnell, if you're going to be strong enough to handle the person who's right now in the gym lifting weights, the person right now who's running laps, the person right now who's doing push-ups and sit-ups and things, if you're going to be able to handle that person, you're going to have to do what that person is doing. And I was like, man. And he said, the only way you're going to get stronger is I'm going to have to put some weight on you. Oh, man. And some of you, the only way you're getting stronger is sometimes there has to be some weight put on you. Sometimes you have to wrestle through some things to get the understanding that I'm strong enough that I can take something. They had a commercial back in the day that you don't hear no more, but the commercial was about a Timex watch. They would drop the watch, step on the watch, run over the watch, and the commercial would say, Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And so many of us, we have been created. Yeah. We have been created to take a licking and keep on ticking. But it's too many people trying to jump in the way of people who need to take their lickings so that they can keep on ticking, and then wonder why these people that they keep jumping in front of are so frail mentally, so frail emotionally. Wonder why so many of us are running the pills instead of, pushing power. So many people are running the drugs instead of being, disciples of discipline and things of that nature. So many people are getting their cue from, alcoholism and all this other stuff that is offered to you. Instead of understanding, man, some of this stuff you just got to get through. You just got to deal with. I remember a song back in the day. It says, nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. So he brought me this far, meaning that I realize and I see that I was somewhere else, and only through the help and the grace of God that he got me where I am now. And some of you, if you would just really be honest, you are where you are today because you had to get through some stuff. Ain't no whole bunch of people give you nothing. We are at ages now where we are seeing the fruits of labor that's been put in. I come from an age where I started working around 13 years old, out there doing little odd jobs, I was doing summer jobs, stuff like that. And I remember I had to get a work permit. And I got a work permit to work at Sizzlers. And they paid me $3.35 an hour. $3.35 an hour. I worked my way from $3.35 an hour to where I am today. But I'm starting to see the fruits of my hard work paying off. No one just came and said, all right, Arnell, here's, another level. All right, Arnell, here's another level. No, I had to work through, first of all, coming to grips with being a man. Coming to grips with being a man, not being the man, because there's a major difference. Hey there, Pepper. So many of us got lost because we was trying to be the man instead of being a man. See, when you trying to be the man, you end up trying to be what people think you should be. But when you're trying to be a man, that means I am comfortable with who I am, and I'm going to better who I am so that everything connected to me will be better. Yeah, see, the man is individual, but a man is, plural. And it's so many people. Yes, you just reminded me of something. It's so many people that got this singular mindset that, I'm just going to only pull myself up by my own bootstraps, all of this foolishness. But see, a man understands that if this man has created, children, then I take care of those children. No matter if me and the lady is together, no matter if, circumstances, situations are crazy, I find ways to be there. I find a way to work it out. Sometimes, yes, it got to end up in the court system. I may not like that, but sometimes that's where it has to go in order for this thing to be what it needs to be. I understand that if I have committed myself to someone, then I have to fight like hell to honor that commitment. Yeah, I got to fight like hell to honor that commitment. Because see, when you're in a world that's pushing you to be the man, you tend to sometimes take chances and sometimes make foolish mistakes because you're trying to please people that when you get in trouble, they won't be nowhere to be found. But when you a man and people see that you a man and you fighting and striving to be a man, that's when people will help you. That's when people will come to your defense. That's when people will understand that, yeah, nobody's perfect, but this man is trying. This man shows up and tries to do what it is that he's supposed to do. And there's so many people we honor, the foolishness that a lot of people are putting up with and putting out. And it's making us emotionally fragile. We got people today that will sit there and tell you that they are not going to work unless they making this, that, and the third. And they haven't shown a skill set at all. Man, you better get your butt out there and find a job and figure out what your skill set is so that, yeah, you can maneuver and maybe, work your way to something that'll end up being a blessing for you. You got people who would rather sit around and mooch off of people and be a leech off of people instead of at least getting out and doing something. It's amazing to me, the emotional fragility that I see today. So many people are emotionally fragile, mentally fragile, and they want you to support that because, see, we get into this place where we continue to push people forward, even if they're not ready for what comes with forward. Yeah. Yeah. Can I come and talk to somebody real quick? I remember I'm from an era where, my mother used to say, you're a child, you stay in a child's place. You know, you can't talk in certain conversations. Adults here, children upstairs or down in the basement. I'm from that era where no, you don't just get stuff given to you. You get to certain levels. Um, I remember clearly, I used to try to go to our recreation center out in our neighborhood, and the older people, they would go in at night. We would be in the daytime. I would go and try my best to get in at night, but Mr. Kelly, who ran the rec, said, you got to come back when I think you had to be 16 at the time. You got to come back when you're 16. At least give me 15 years and 8 months, something like that. Then I'll consider letting you in, because you got to work your way to certain things. People want to come on the job and make what the managers and supervisors make, even though we don't even know if you can do the job yet. People want you to give them rewards, buy me a car, buy me this, that, and the other, but yet and still you ain't graduated. You haven't showed me any type of consistency, like you really striving to get somewhere, but yet and still you want me to co-sign for something that I don't even know if you're going to be able to pay the bills. You want me to solicit certain things for you. Come on, man, we gotta stop. We have to stop. Sometimes you just got to tell people, Ty, not in it. Hang on in there. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Same way we got it. You'll get it. We have to stop enabling people, disabling people. We have to stop disabling people and start enabling people. That's what I mean. Because there's too many of us. We're creating a crippled culture and wondering where it came from. we creating these crybabies and then wondering why they're crying. Because you won't do what's necessary. Then when it comes time for someone to do what's necessary, now you got a problem. You allow your child to be a monster in the house, disrespect you, do whatever. You don't got to clean up. You don't got to do this, be out in the streets, doing whatever. And then have the nerve to get mad at the legal system when they lock them up. As if they wasn't doing something that required them to get locked up. It's like, it's just mind-boggling that you down there giving these people hell as if your child was, absolutely a model citizen. The devil is a liar, man. The devil is a liar. We got to stop perpetuating foolishness. We got to stop making it seem like it's all good to be nothing, and we're going to celebrate that. You having parties for people who they ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing. They turned another year, but what have they done? What have they done? And you going out spending valuable money, on somebody who they'll sit there and dance at the party and then disrespect you, if not at the party, later on that night when the party over with. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to stop, man. We got to stop. We got to start teaching people how to hang on in there. Yeah, my mother put up there just a few minutes ago, no pain, no gain. I remember as a teenager, my mother bought me a chain. And on that chain was the little thing that said, no pain, no gain. That was one of her sayings. No pain, no gain, no pain. She refused to let me give up. She refused to allow me to just continue to shoot for underachievement, average, things of that nature. And I'm so grateful. Man, I tell this story often, but I was maybe 18 or 19 when I got my last beating. I called myself feeling like I was, I don't know if I was just feeling I was grown or whatever, but you know how you start to say stuff. And my mother took offense to what I was saying. Next thing I know, she had the broom and she would, and I looked and I saw that she was serious. And I was like, oh my God, my mother is still beating me. But it was so necessary because it ended up getting me to understand that at no point in time, even though I'm taller than her, looking down on her, do I get to disrespect her or talk to her a certain way. And I mean, I don't know a whole bunch of other people's story, but I thank God for my story. I thank God for the mother that I have, the mother who felt like she would fight me she would fight me for me. She would fight me for me. No, you're not going to give up. No, you're not going to just do this, that, or the third. When she found out I was selling drugs, she stepped right up in my face and told me, get out. Told me, get out. I didn't raise you to be a drug dealer. Get out. And, I'm sitting here like, man, you got to be crazy. I'll give up everything else in the world, but I ain't giving up you. No one in the world fought for me like she did. So, yeah, I had to accept what was going on. But at the same time, I had to do what needed to be done so that I couldn't lose this asset. Chipper, my man, Chipper. I came out there looking for you Saturday just to watch the boys practice, but you wasn't there. But I see you was in North Carolina handling business. Congratulations on another win. And so I'm so appreciative that my mother, in a lot of ways, taught me how to tie a knot in the rope and hang in there. No, I ain't gonna rescue you too early. You need to feel this. You need to understand that you can do this. You can do it. It hurts, but you can do it. Your strength may, start to weaken and things, but you can do this. And it ended up building me instead of breaking me. And if you're in the process of building people, then you have to understand that weight is not a bad thing. That sometimes weight is the very thing that will get people to where they need to be. I remember T.D. Jakes telling this story. He said, people will pray to God, ask God for money. God may answer with a tree. The person looking like, no, I asked for money. I ain't asked for a tree. And so the person will give up because they figure this is not what I prayed for. But what was really given to you was the tree has so many different ways that it can make you money. You can chop the tree down and get money off of firewood or chop it all the way down, make paper out of it, chop it down, make wood chips, or, depending upon whatever tree it is, it may have fruit that grows on this tree. And so you get the fruit and you plant the seeds and next thing you know, you may get a couple other trees that now can bring you in money. But the object of it was you wanted money, but God was saying you're going to have to work to get this money. See, a lot of people just want God to just poof and a whole gang of money. That's why the lottery makes so much money. That's why casinos make so much money, because everybody just want this thing just to appear. And next thing you know, boom, I'm off to the races. But how many people have you seen who hit the lottery and still end up broke? How many people hit it big at the casino and end up right back at the casino? Because they keep thinking that this instantaneous is going to be the answer to it, when no, working builds your appreciation of what you receive from the working. They used to say easy come, easy go. And so a lot of times you hit it big at the casino, you get $50,000. People go crazy. They running out to do all different things, but they never think of investing the money. They never think of, let me put a CD on one of my kids or a couple of my kids. You know what? Let me put some money into a life insurance policy. Let me do something where, this money will end up benefiting. No, they're going to get some new furniture. They going to Miami. They going, get maybe a car and if they can, they may stretch something out to a house. They're going to do something. But before long, that money is gone. Because, see, when you work for something, you end up learning how to budget that. You end up learning it took sweat to get this. Man, it didn't come easy. So I'm gonna have to learn how to put a little something away, because if you get paid every other week, and you blow it in that first week, you sitting there pretty much a whole week working and waiting to get paid. Now you got to wonder how you're gonna get lunch. You borrowing money from people and all of this foolishness because you didn't budget your money, because you ran out and you did some foolishness with your money. Now you don't have no money. And one of the things that working did for me, it taught me, my God, it took me a little while, but it taught me that you have to start doing some smart things. Yes, the stimulus, God almighty. You'd have thought people get millions of dollars when they got the stimulus. People was fussing and threatening mail people because they wasn't getting their checks yet and stuff like this. And it's just foolishness, man. Only to run out, get TVs, snow crab legs, outfits, new $1,000 iPhones, because when one of the checks came out, iPhone came out then. And it's like, where's that money now? Where's the stuff now? Some people done had the iPhone long enough now that it's on the blink or is doing a few things. Some people, the TV, it may got a crack in it or line going through the picture. The outfit now you can't wear because you wore it a couple times. It's just like we just do crazy stuff. Sometimes, man, you just got to tie a knot in this rope called life, and you got to hang in there. You got to hang in there until, yes, you start to get that strength, and you start to either be able to, yes, somebody feel like they got to help you, or the moral of that story was the person was hanging so long and didn't realize that they didn't have far to drop, but they were just so scared to let go that they hung on so long that it ended up working against them to hang on instead of, it was to teach them not to just give up, but sometimes by faith to let go. Sometimes you get to a point you understand that, I can let go because I trust that I'm not too far from where I need to be. You know what I mean? And it was so many different lessons in that story. And that's why I love that story, because, sometimes people going to have to help you. You've been hanging on, you've been holding on, but you showed that you can hold on and people will help you up. But then sometimes, you can sometimes misjudge a situation and you hold on and hold on and hold on to the point that it hurts you and don't realize that you could have let go a long time ago of that thing and actually be all right. The thing of it though is to break that mindset that I'm just going to give up. No, but to build up the strength to know that, I'm going to be all right if I let go. And we have to build people to the point that they can understand that some things, yes, I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm just gonna have to hold on. Somebody is gonna, I need a little help. But then some areas you're gonna understand that, what, I can let go because I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I don't have to give up. I don't have to be defeated, but I can let go because I understand I'm gonna be all right. And we have to, build, like they said, you can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. But if you teach that man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. We have to get back to teaching lessons that people can grab onto and understand that, all of us can cry about something. All of us can cry about something. But where's crying going to get you? Where's complaining going to get you? The only thing that's going to get you out of the places that you're in is work. Even God requires work. He says faith without works is dead. It's a dead faith. No matter what you get into, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to put some work in. Good evening there, Brother Joe. God bless you as well. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to put in something to get something. You can't go to a bank machine and just put your card and expect something out if there's nothing in there. Sometimes you just going to have to put the work in. I seen my friend Nick on here. My friend Nick been working with kids in football for years. And, he hasn't always had the best of teams and stuff like that. But yet and still, Nick would find a way to motivate a lot of these kids to the point that they would win in situations where they wasn't supposed to win. And he created a culture where kids started to get excited about the fact that they would be able to go to other neighborhoods and play and go out of town and play and things of that nature. But he created a culture out of just being consistent in doing the work. He's had several different coaches with him. And, for the most part, though, he has, remained true to just putting in the work. I went out there Saturday and I was watching, had young fellas over this side, had, maybe a little bit old over this side. It was just all different kind, but it was so many kids out there and they were out there putting in work. And it's like, man, it's a beautiful thing to see when you see, people putting in work. I love to see redemption stories. Tony O, I love to see redemptions. I love to see people. Yeah, you had it wrong for a while. I had it wrong for a while. What's up, B? But then, what I'm saying? Somewhere it clicked. Somewhere a person started to get it together. And next thing you know, things are happening. And they don't just happen overnight. That overnight success stuff is mostly for the movies. Every now and then you'll get somebody who, they do some incredible stuff in a fast period of time. But most of the time, consistency is what builds greatness. Consistency is what builds greatness. And you have to get away from thinking that people going to always, this is another part of the emotional fragility too. You got to get away from the applause. You got to stop thinking everybody going to applaud you for the things that you do. Sometimes you put your own self in a place because you become so dependent upon the crowd and the applause that it takes away from you being consistent at what it is that you do. Thank you, as said in Proverbs, all work is profitable. Yeah, Joe, all work is profitable. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, and I'm going to just take that a little deeper. All work is profitable, whether you work at negativity or you work at positivity, because you'll be profitable negatively or unprofitable positively. But absolutely, all work is profitable. I love you back, Earlene. And so, that's my moment on Monday tonight. But we have to get back to a place, man, where it's okay to challenge people. It's okay to let people know that, change is a good thing. It's okay to let people know that there are standards that we have to adhere to, that we have to, reach for. Give your children something to reach for. I see on Facebook every now and then, this thing, and I love it. It says, stop giving your kids everything that you didn't have and teach them what they need to know. I love that right there. Stop giving them everything that you didn't have and teach them what they need to know. Because see, sometimes we're handing our children over to the devil. Yeah, Joe, I come on every Monday at 8:00. Every Monday at 8:00, I try to come on at 8:00. We are handing our kids to the devil. We set them up for failure because we make, we try to make life so easy for them, not understanding that the streets ain't going to take it easy on your baby boy, your baby girl, your precious little one. The streets not going to take it easy. The jail ain't going to take it easy. The court system ain't going to take it easy. That job ain't going to take it easy. That job going to demand that they put in work. We going to have to put in work. God told Adam, when he created Adam, he said, go and till the land. You going to till, you going to work. The first thing he gave Adam when he created Adam was a job. The first thing he gave him. And you didn't see God coming, like, okay, let me try to help you out with this. No, because I'm not just, giving you something to do, but I'm building you. I'm building character. I'm building strength. I'm building your fortitude. Yes, I'm building you so that when things happen, you can handle it. So, tilling the ground is tough. Cutting grass and cutting down weeds and cutting trees and stuff like that. But I'm teaching you how to do some stuff, but then also to see some stuff happen. And it happens at the work of your hand. And so tie a knot in it. Tie a knot. Tie a knot in it, y'all. Tie a knot and hang on in there. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. There's an interesting verse in the Bible. It's Philippians 4:13. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And that text right there, if I be honest with you, it bugs me because, most of us naturally take it for face value that I can do all things, but no, I can do the things that I can do. Yeah, I can do all the things that I can do. I can't do some of the things that other people can do, but God has empowered me to be able to do what I can do. I can do all things that God has empowered me to do. I don't have to make excuses. I don't have to give up, give in, none of that. But God can empower me to be able to do what it is that he has created for me to do. Yes, Joe, that's a powerful scripture that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's my moment on Monday, y'all. Tonight, every Monday at 8 p.m., I try to come on, especially if Facebook ain't giving me problems trying to come on, because sometimes they won't let me on. They give me all kind of error messages and stuff like that. But, I'm going to keep fighting through. But 8 p.m. every Monday, I come on. And I'm so grateful to those who tune in with me every Monday. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you feel as though this moment on Monday was a blessing, share it, please. Bless you too. Thank you, Zelda. Share it. I believe in, sharing is caring. And I believe that, in order for us to be as strong as we're supposed to be, then we're going to have to be reaching out, reaching down, and, reaching towards our brothers and sisters so that we can help them get to where it is that we all need to be, because we're only as strong as our weakest link. I appreciate that. Brother Joe, keep praying for me. And so that's my moment on Monday. God bless you, Deep. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Hold on. Help is on the way. Help is up. Come on, Mother dear. Yes, indeed. So, y'all, I love y'all and I appreciate you all tuning in. I pastor Community Outreach Ministry, 2616 Ridgely Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21230. Right now, we're still not officially back open. We do have some worshipers in the building, but that's through they have to sign up for spots that are open to manage again social distancing and all that good stuff. Appreciate that, Reverend Jackson. But this week, if you would like, you can come and fellowship with us. We'll be having our first outdoor service for this season. You can come on out. We'll be on the grounds of 2616 Ridgely Street. We'll be outside. We'll be set up. I appreciate you, Hightower, my man. And you can come on out with us. We plan to have a great time in the Lord. Just lifting up this God who loves us despite us, lifting up this God who continues to just, make ways for us that in a lot of ways we don't deserve, but I'm so appreciative of it. Mama Lois, give me a chance. I didn't forget. I'm going to announce it. But yes, this Sunday, come on out with us and work with us this Sunday, worship with us. As we lift up God this Saturday. I'm sorry, this Saturday, May the 22nd, from 6 to 8 p.m. We will be having our post Mother's Day extravaganza fundraiser. This is a fundraiser that Sister Lois Butler, as you see on the screen, she the vision was given to her to be a blessing to 3 ministries. One of the ministries is our ministry. The other is Branch of the Living Vine Ministries, Pastor Larry Martin, and Purpose for Life Ministries, Pastor Dr. Navoa Mitchner. And this Saturday, I think it's only a couple slots left. Thank you to all who have, contributed to this, because these monies go towards outreach. These are strictly fundraisers to help us to continue to do ministry. If you would like to sow in, you may not be able to make it, but you can sow. The Cash App is # Ministry Lady. The M in ministry is capitalized. # Ministry Lady. The M in ministry is capitalized. That's the Cash App. We're going to have a good time Saturday, just having fun. And again, to be able to help some ministries continue to do ministry. We've gone through a tough season where a lot of people were hurting in different ways. And thanks be to God that we were able to be of assistance when people needed it. And thanks be to God that, when you're a giver, this is one thing that I absolutely believe, is that when you're a giver, you can't beat God given, because when you give, God finds a way to get it back to you. And we have been doing outreach for the 6 years that we have been in existence. And each time we've gone to do outreach, there has been overflow. We prepared for a certain number, and it always ends up being overflow. That's because we are intentional in being givers, being a giving ministry. I believe that if you're going to represent God, then you have to be a giver. God didn't hold back from us. He gave us his best. He gave us his only begotten son. He gave us life. He created us in his image and his likeness. And he made us, the Bible says, a little lower than the angels. And he says we were fearfully and wonderfully made. He didn't hold back anything when he gave to us. And so I believe that we shouldn't be stingy with what it is that God gives. And that doesn't always just mean finances. People always think you just talking about money when it comes to giving, but your talent, your time, and your treasure. Those are the three things. Your talent, your time, and your treasure. Yes, it does take treasure, your money, to help this kingdom move, but it also requires your time and it requires your talent. We need people that know what to do, that know how to facilitate certain things. We need people who, know how to be available and can be there when you need them. So that's it on that. I pray that you would be a part of this. Like I said, again, even if you don't choose to be there, you can, send donation. The ticket prices, if you do plan on being there, is $20. Again, you can see Sister Lois Butler for that information. Make sure you give her either your Facebook information or your email so that she can send you the link so you can be on, because this will be a Zoom event. We will not be broadcasting it social media. It'll be a Zoom event where you will have to go in through that link so that you can take part in this. But that's it. We have our outdoor service Sunday, but we have this as well Saturday. That's it for my announcements. God bless y'all. Prayerfully, we'll be back together again next week at 8 p.m. God bless you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love you much. Talk to you. Peace.